Hello, my friends. Rev J here. A couple of things I wanted to talk about today. First of all, there will be no in-person Sunday celebration for the next 2 Sundays at least. The Leadership Council of the New Thought Spiritual Center has discussed this, and we decided that is best since we have more than 10 people usually, and we want to be safe and we want to be smart. And that's what's going on here, being safe and smart. But before I get to that, I want to remind you that we will be having music and message on Facebook Live at 10 a.m. on Sunday at the Jay Willick page. So as usual, you can go to Facebook Live to the Jay Willick page. That seems to be, more people seem to find us there. Later on, that will be shared and transferred to the New Thought Spiritual Center page if you want to find it later, if you don't join us at 10 a.m. live. But we will be having a Sunday celebration service. It's just that none of you are invited to come to the theater and be there, as they say, in person. You will be there in person, in your jammies, with your breakfast right there, watching on your computer or your phone, like I'm recording on right now, or some other device. So that's what I wanted to say, first of all. Second, I want to make sure that my neighbor's dog is barking at the post person coming. That's great. There's a third thing, actually. I want to send blessings to all the first responders, to the postal people, the people at the stores who are still working. It's a blessing and to see that. I'm at the store every couple of days or so, and the kindness and the respect going on, mostly. There are a few that aren't following that, but mostly it's just it's so fabulous. But getting back, some of this I will put on Facebook later as well. I'm going through my to-do lists, my I don't have time lists right now. That's what I'm doing because of the type of other work that I do, other than this beautiful ministry to you folks, and to myself, of course. I'm in production or other things, and all of those are down right now. So it's a good time for me, and I'm doing it, to go through my to-do list, and especially my I don't have time for list. Now, and I know most of you, or many of you, have time to go through that don't have time for list and check into it. Check some of those off your list. The other thing I wanted to talk about is principle, being on principle during this time. And I talked about it in the last couple of weeks, during this time of the coronavirus and the pandemic and what's going on. Of course, you've been told, and you're hearing, and you're thinking yourself, oh, don't panic, don't be in fear. Yes, of course. But let us know that being on principle, and being on principle, has to do with relying on and having faith in and declaring your God self. The I am that is going on right here, right now with you. Being on principle is being in immunity. Immunity in mind, in heart, and in gut, in your imagination and intuition for what's going on around us. And of course, being in immunity in your body, keeping the immunity of your body, because as we commune with the divine, as we sit in joy, as we keep centered, then our immunity, our bodily immunity, is strengthened. That has been proven. I'm not going to get into the science, but I've spoken about it many times in talks on Sundays. The other thing I wanted to remind you is, our purpose statement is to remind you to reveal the divinity in you, because revealing in the divinity in you reminds you and empowers you and puts you in the state of vibrating at the speed of the divine. And when you vibrate at the speed of the divine, things just fall in place. The wonderfulness falls in place. The demonstrations of health fall in place. the demonstrations of prosperity and those to-do lists and everything else that is a good time right now to invest in shows up. And in that way, we can bust through Soar and Zoom, this experience that we're all going through right now. I am so honored and blessed to have you all in this community. And like I said, Sunday celebration will go on. You're just not invited to be there live in the theater. So please watch us on Facebook Live, 10 a.m., as usual, on the Jay Willick page and later on the New Thought Spiritual Center page. I am blessed by you, my beloveds. And I wish you all health and peace and to stay centered. I will be putting up some meditation and some other ideas on Facebook over the next few days and over the next week or so. So join me when you notice, or join me later as you're seeping through Facebook. Don't stay on Facebook. Don't stay on Facebook too much. I am honored by you. Thank you all. Bless you all. Stay healthy. Wash your hands. Stay in prayer. Stay in your heart of hearts, knowing that you are the power of the divine, and divine intelligence and divine healing is with you right here, right now. Bless you all. Namaste.